What's up, everybody? This is Rob Shack. So today we're doing the next video in my Kessen 2 walkthrough. We are going to be doing what I think is the best version of the Battle of Bo Po. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs. Hoping to get there by the end of the year. So if you're new to the channel, what I've been doing is going through all of Kessen 2, showing each of the battle strategies. Not these right here, the little like tactical strategies, but the battle ones on each map. There's usually 3, sometimes 2, and then sometimes 1. And they're very fun and they're really enjoyable, and it's cool how Koei took the time to code all these things. So what I started to realize here is I was like, you can really have some fun seeing how each of the levels plays out, and how much you have to get involved as the player and stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna do. 2 weeks ago we did the northern one with Zhuge Liang. It was actually pretty terrible. Last week we did the digging pits one. Today we're going to be doing the set landmines one. I think this one is going to be actually the best one, but we'll see. It's going to be close between this and the video from last week. Again, I'm kind of cutting through all the cutscenes just so the video isn't too long, and you can go back to my video 2 weeks ago in the Kessen 2 playthrough and see it all. But yeah, so what I'll talk about is why I think each of these levels is the way they are. So the northern route, we had Zhuge Liang and Liu Bei together up there. Zhuge Liang was wasted by his talent was completely wasted in that situation, because he dual fought a damaged general with Yi Jin, and that is very ineffective, for being completely honest here. So that was not very good. Also, the mines, or it was a rock slide in that one. The rock slide didn't really hit a good general. It hit Lai Dian, who has no real abilities. He's not very good. So it really just didn't do a lot for our force. Last week was significantly better, to the point that I may even use that depending on how well this video goes. Last week's video, we had Zhao Yun in the middle. We had a pit fall and hit Xiahou Dun, who's a way better general. And as a result of that, we had a majorly injured general who was actually one of the competent ones. And Zhuge Liang was fighting alone, which Zhuge Liang doesn't need another general with him because he has 3 magic abilities, all of which are insanely good. So he doesn't really need anybody else. So yeah, I think that is those are all the reasons why I think let's see what I can do here with Lily here. Let's get her out to the side. We're gonna just make Lily insanely good. Zhang Fei always is good. Zhang Fei is never not gonna be good in this game. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do a rush right along this line, and she'll just hopefully hit stuff all the way across. But yeah, so Lily's really great. But yeah, so the middle version where Zhao Yun is there, Zhao Yun is fighting with Liu Bei, which is a way better use of resources because Zhao Yun has raid and duel. Liu Bei has what does Liu Bei have? Liu Bei has rally, and he also has Mason Yang there, who has the worst meteor shower in this game I've ever seen. It's absolutely horrendous. She has the worst, and we'll try to make it good, but it's going to be so hard to get her abilities up because her abilities are absolutely garbage. Fortunately, in all 3 of these versions of this, Zhang Fei doesn't end up fighting anybody else. I thought for sure somebody was going to turn and just destroy him because he's heavily alone. He could easily just get triple teamed by or quadruple teamed by everybody on the map. But for some reason, they don't do that to him. They just leave him there. So then Zhang Fei weakens Cao Ren, and then as a result, Hu Ji will pop up, and we usually end up backing Zhang Fei up after that. But yeah, this is also a very good one, and I actually think this is going to be the best one because in both the bottom version and the middle version, Guan Yu doesn't have any abilities yet in the game, and so he actually needs help. So Liu Bei being there is really effective for him. It seems like Zhao Yun still will fight Xiahou Dun, which is good. Zhao Yun fighting Xiahou Dun is a good duel, I think. Here's the landmines. And these just seem way more powerful. Mine seem better than a pit and better than a rock slide in my mind. Yi Jin doesn't really do anything, but again, Yi Jin just had so many more troops than Guan Yu, so like it just wasn't very effective. Okay. Now Guan Yu or Xiahou Dun and Zhao Yun are fighting. We're going to give that just a little bit more time as well. Check on Zhuge Liang, because Zhuge Liang has, I think, 2 generals that actually approaching him. But again, Zhuge Liang is so powerful that we might as well. We'll just spawn him in. Once the enemies get there, it'll be great. Guan Yu obviously ambushes Yi Jin now, which is extremely effective. And Guan Yu doesn't really have, he doesn't have any abilities at all. So what we're going to do is basically just throw him into this duel. Liu Bei and Mei Yang, like Mei Yang is so terrible that her using her ability doesn't really do anything. Like at all. I mean, even when the units are all clumped together, there's just not enough of them on the map yet to help her level up. So like Mei Yang is not a priority to get stronger. It's just, she's not. I feel bad saying that, but it's so true. She's not very good. Alright, now we have Liu Bei heading towards Yi Jin. We have Zhao Yun. He's going to raid right along this line of red troops. Again, the raid is amazing if you can get it right. If you can run it right through a crowd like this and just keep hitting all the units as they just stand there, you can really do some damage. And then again, that just, all that does is just help Zhao Yun even more. It makes his war ability increase. We have Liu Bei heading towards Yi Jin, who I think has just Battle Cry. He doesn't even have Rally, so he's not going to be much of a threat at this point. And then Hu Ji will pop up eventually. Again, as we've seen multiple times, she does pop up. This level surprises me in that it seems like my allies don't do a good job of backing out of fights, which is kind of weird. It's kind of strange, I'm not going to lie. But it is very true. I'm just going to go ahead and drop our duel with... We're just going to start dueling everybody now. We'll duel with Zhang Fei and with Zhao Yun. So, as I've obviously been saying, I basically just talk through this, talk about what's going on, and then eventually I'll cut out my voice and just let the audio go. But it's just, I'm giving little clues and little tidbits and little nuggets of how to maximize the game. Basically just boils down to sharing experience with a bunch of people. Have multiple generals attacking generals. It just frees up your side if you start destroying people quickly. And then also, you know, go for raids and attacks at the right time and hit the right, you know, hit your moves. Maximize confusion time where the enemies are confused and getting just slaughtered by your troops. Stuff like that. It's very fun. Very fun. This game is amazing. Time flies in this game. Like, it'll take like an hour to beat a level sometimes, but it just doesn't even feel like it. It's so much fun. Now they're all very confused again, which is great. Now we'll go to Zhao Yun. We'll go ahead and do his duel. And so from here, we'll just basically have people move around the map and help each other as we see fit. But it should be pretty easy. I think this may actually be the best version of this, just because Guan Yu gets help, and Guan Yu needs help more than Zhao Yun does, and way more than Zhuge Liang does. So I think going to the southern route is the best. I also think these mines are better than any of the other strategies, although it's a close second between this week's video and last week's video, where we talked about Xiahou Dun getting hit by the pit is really, really good, because Xiahou Dun is actually a pretty good general. Yi Jin and Lai Dian are kind of terrible. They don't really pose much of a threat to the generals that they are engaged with. Zhao Yun, or Guan Yu just gets outnumbered by what's his name? Bai Yijin, just because he has so many more troops than Guan Yu. So I think I lean, if I had to make a choice here, I'd say pick this week's video or last week's video if you're trying to figure out how to maximize this stuff. I think that's just the best way to do it. So now we have Zhuge Liang still just chilling here. Again, Zhuge Liang will catch up because his troops are, he just has so much magic. So we're just going to kind of wait here. Hu Ji is the reinforcements. She will eventually attack Zhang Fei, but if Zhang Fei obviously can defeat Cao Ren before that happens, then, you know, we're golden anyway. Let's just kind of look around here. So Zhang Fei is now engaged with Hu Ji, which is not ideal. It's not terrible yet. I'm not like super concerned for him yet, but I will eventually have to adjust basically everything I'm doing to help him out. Let's just go. Oh my gosh. Zhuge Liang. Dude. Basically just want to line this up where that we have a few people get bounced on by the first fireballs, and then as they roll, just explode on that group of red at the bottom. We want to maximize everything as much as we can here. But yeah, we'll pull Zhang Fei back. Hu Ji will usually move on, and then we'll have Guan Yu go and reinforce Zhang Fei, and then Zhang Fei and Guan Yu will encircle Zhuge Liang's, because there's still one more general up here. There's Guo Jia is up here somewhere, so we have other generals we have to worry about. Ooh, and this is already, I just got his spell ability up, so now we're already, we can hit this. This is gonna be funny because the Firestorm gets ridiculous in range. Absolutely insane with its range. So we're just gonna basically snipe the archer units that are down at the very bottom. It's just gonna be clean all the way across. We may hit one unit or something. Yeah, we hit one dude, and then it just spins right on all, all of those. Oh my gosh. So again, we may not have a spell increase from that, but I think we actually still did. It was ridiculous. In the meantime here, let's go ahead and have Zhang Fei back up to, this is what we've been doing every week and it's been working well. Zhang Fei just backs up into that corner and then it like goes well. We've got Liu Bei, Zhao Yun. We'll have basically Zhao Yun's gonna back up, Liu Bei is gonna go reinforce him, Guan Yu's gonna head through the because Guan Yu's fast, so we're gonna do that. And yeah, we're gonna just use all of Zhuge Liang's abilities because the other enemy general who comes up behind him is Yi Jin, who has, or sorry, Yu Jin, who has a spell wall. So we're not even gonna really, we're just gonna use all of his abilities here. There's no reason to keep just one when we know that Yu Jin is coming. Again, these are just little strategies. No, got it. So, but here, this will be the last thing I talk about is just using lightning. Zhuge Liang is the best. Very, very powerful, very strong, knows what he's doing, and a lot of fun to use. So we'll let this go from here. Enjoy the rest of the video. Peace.
little concern to him. All Lord Liu Bei really cares about is saving that boy.
Listen, I don't give a damn about the Mandate of Heaven or about the restoration of the Han Empire! The only thing I want is Diao Chan!
There's no one here.
So there, drinks for...
Anyone up to having it out with me? Then be my guest! Try me tomorrow!
tell you!
Fire! Charge! Follow me!
Launch the attack! There's no one here on Earth who could ever defeat.
The enemy's unit's been in...
It didn't go as planned. For now, retreat.
Damn! They tore us apart!
I'll remember this one.
Why did you run and break formation?
I'm sorry! I just went crazy!
We almost lost everything. Because of you!
Forgive me. But I can't trust that newcomer, Zhuge Liang! I just can't trust him!
Zhang Fei.
Perhaps you're right.
With the victory we have claimed in this battle,
Liu Bei, do you remember what the Oracle said?
What oracle?
The woman of destiny will bring your ruin.
Oh, that one.
I think the woman of destiny may turn out to be me.
Diao Chen, don't lose heart. I will rescue you. You must believe what I'm telling you.
I would like to, but I can't. You see, I have a little secret. Here it is. The Oracle also said Cao Cao would conquer the entire world. It came from heaven.
Are you sure? Cao Cao?
Yes, the Oracle said heaven is with his troops, not with yours. You have to stop the fighting.
It can't be true. I don't believe it. I won't believe it. How could heaven pick him over me? Don't go, Diao Chan!